What's up everybody and welcome to Post Hype. Today we're going to be discussing the future of DC Studios and how even with such exciting announcements like James Gunn coming on board as creative director, as well as the official return of Henry Cavill as Superman, the future of DC may not be as bright as we think. Or is it? If you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to smash that like button, but let's not waste another second and jump right into this article here by IGN. The article goes on to say, the long-awaited Flash movie and Aquaman the Lost Kingdom are apparently still on track, as is Shazam 2 and a host of other TV projects. But the overall plan for not just the DC Extended Universe, but also the DC Comics live-action movies and projects that may not quite fall into that particular world remain a little murkier than the competition does over at Marvel. This is particularly true in the wake of DC Films president Walter Hamada leaving the studio. With recent news that has been fairly grim on the DC movies front, the nearly completed Batgirl being axed and the Flash TV show confirmed to end in season 9 on the CW are just more signs that the turmoil and trouble going on behind the scenes on the business end may have a rippling effect that will not give us the DC studios that we want for maybe a few years to come. Now, if you guys aren't aware, it was earlier reported that Hamada was not even consulted about the cancellation of DC's Batgirl, a project which was due to get a theatrical release until the rug was pulled from under its stars and filmmakers. It's said that Hamada himself was only notified of the project's cancellation at a Black Adam test screening. Following this, Hamada was reportedly furious and was on the brink of quitting. Now that is just absolutely insane to think about. That's something that you have been hands-on in and had greenlit for months, and if not months, years, was just pulled under the rug at a Black Adam screening. Now obviously everybody was excited about Black Adam, seeing The Rock, who is an ultra megastar in our generation, taking the big screen as a superhero, which is the biggest genre of movies right now. It was just a collaboration that seemed like it was destined to be. However, was it worth the cancellation of Batgirl, and are these decisions going on behind the scenes really for the betterment of DC Studios as a whole? Well, hopefully the creatives and control of everything, such as James Gunn coming on board now, have a plan to get all of this murky water out of the way and to give us clear blue oceans. Now this article goes on to say, unlike Marvel, DC's plan doesn't include synergy across all mediums. Their movies, while containing many of the same characters, don't generally cross over with the CW TV verse that includes the Flash, Superman and Lois, or DC Universe streaming shows like Titans and Doom Patrol. Even the Robert Pattinson Batman movies is set in a different universe from the other current DC movies. Now, that's always been DC's thing, and if honestly, in my opinion, that is their strong suit. These one-offs that DC has been giving us, like the Joker movie, the Batman movie, and all of these little own contained universes have been their better projects, in my opinion, where they have fumbled the bag continuously again and again while trying to build that ultimate crossover universe. Something that they have been able to do, however, in their animated TV shows, and even like the article says here, in their CW shows as well. But I want to take a look at a list of films that we're going to be getting in the future that will show us maybe I shouldn't be as pessimistic, or perhaps maybe I'm right. So look, we get our big notable projects that are currently in the works. Number 1 on the list, we have Doom Patrol Season 4. Now I have heard wonderful things about Doom Patrol ever since Season 2. I actually had people recommending it to me in my Twitter DMs back in the day, and I haven't given it the chance it needed, but with the new announcement that it's going to be getting a cameo from Brandon Fraser of Mummy fame, everyone's favorite guy on the internet right now, I think I might just have to check it out. Doom Patrol seems like it's funny, it has that dark gritty humor, and it's got a bit of action that we all love, so that might be a green check for me as far as something to look forward to. But second on the list, we have The Flash Season 9. Now unfortunately, I don't know about you guys, I've never been a CW fan. One of my best friends in the world, shouts out Alex, he was always a huge fan of the CW shows like Arrow and Flash and Supergirl, but it's just not my cup of tea. Obviously, I mean, those people work hard on those shows. They put a lot of labor in. The CGI artists have such limited time and limited budgets. but it's just not up to my standard of DC superhero content. Honestly, I want something that's more like the films, and I wish they would maybe allocate that money and resources into the films more so, and maybe they will. But now that we've been getting shows like Peacemaker and all these James Gunn products, the Suicide Squad in particular, it seems like maybe the CW shows, or not CW, but shows in general over at DC might be getting a little bit more love. Now, further on the list, we get Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which is set to release March 17th. Now, that is something I'm super excited about. This is gonna get another green check from me because Shazam is a great movie, and I'm so excited for the sequel to come out. Further down on the list, we have the Flash movie, which unfortunately, I'm not excited for. I mean, come on, all the stuff going on with Ezra Miller, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be cool that I guess we're gonna get Michael Keaton in the movie supposedly, but I don't know. I just can't support this project anymore. It's been in the works for so long. There's been so many rumors for so many years about it coming out. And now with everything going on about their main star being pretty much just someone who's crazy and doesn't seem like the best person of all time, to put it lightly, I don't know if I'm going to be rushing to theaters to see this one. So you guys let us know down in the comments below. Are you excited for the Flash movie that's going to come out? And with all of Ezra Miller's antics, does that somehow diminish your excitement? Because it sure does for us over here at Post Hype. Now we're gonna go on a little bit further and we're gonna look at Blue Beetle. Now, I don't know anything about Blue Beetle. It goes on here in the article to say Charm City Kings director Angel Manuel Soto is set to direct Blue Beetle, which will focus on Mexican-American teen Jamie Reyes, the third character to adopt the Blue Beetle name. Now, I don't know anything about that character or Blue Beetle at all, so maybe this is something that's going to be actually a sneak attack from DC and come out swinging big at the fences. I sure hope so, but this one's not going to get a green check from me. I'm not that excited about Blue Beetle. Now, two big upcoming projects on the list. We have Aquaman and The Last Kingdom slated to drop December 25th of next year, as well as Joker Folie à Deux. Now, one of my favorite Fall Out Boy albums of all time is Folie à Deux, so this right here just gets me excited, as well as that I saw Joker in theater like 3 or 4 times. It was one of the best theatrical experiences I had in a while, and especially right before the pandemic, it was just prime time for me. I absolutely love the first Joker, and Joaquin Phoenix's performance was just absolutely breathtaking. I love what they did with the character, and like I said, I love how they kept it contained in its own pocket universe, something that wasn't connected to the DCEU at the time and now DCU. Now, further on in the list, just to rattle a couple off, it looks like we have the Batman 2, which is right now in development with Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves. We have Wonder Woman 3, Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill, which that's a big one right there, and we also have Gotham PD. Now, Gotham PD, I'm going to get that one out of the way right now. I am not a fan of the shows besides Peacemaker. That was the first DC property that they've come out on television that I really thought was worth watching. But Man of Steel 2, Wonder Woman 3, and the Batman 2 in particular are something that I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes out for. Wonder Woman 3, I don't know so much. I mean, 1984 was okay, but that first Wonder Woman movie was one of the first to bring a woman on screen as a superhero, and the movie itself was just solid as far as comic book movies go. They kind of fumbled the bag with 1984, and you know how that stuff goes, whatever. But Man of Steel 2 and the Batman 2 are 2 sequels that DC is going to have a field day with, and I sure hope so, at least, because Henry Cavill coming back and Robert Pattinson being one of the best actors out right now, they just can't go wrong. DC really does seem like it's headed in the right direction. However, I think they're gonna have to drop all of these projects that really aren't that interesting, at least in my opinion. Obviously, anybody could feel different. If you do love the CW shows and you love a lot of the movies like The Flash and are still excited for it to come out, even regardless of all the nonsense going on with Ezra Miller and all of the postponing and all of that type of stuff, then that's good on you. But I really think they need to fine-tune exactly what they're dropping and think of the bigger picture. If the DCU is what they want to do and create this large extended universe like Marvel has, with Black Adam being the liftoff point, as they've said in the past, I think it's important that they make sure they're not just giving us these filler shows, these filler movies, and it's going to get a little complicated, in my opinion, having these own self-created pocket universes with the larger DC at whole. I don't know. I mean, that seems like it could get a little bit confusing. Now that they have new leadership, though, hopefully they have a plan for this sort of thing, and within the next few years, we can see some great course correction coming from DC Studios, and the future will be bright at the end of the day. Now, that's all I have for you guys today. Let us know down in the comments below, are you excited for the future of DC? And do you think now that James Gunn is in control and they've totally changed leadership, are they in better hands? And should we be expecting a better future from them as well? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, but that's going to be all from us here today. If you guys liked the video, make sure to smash that like button. And if you didn't, always let us know where we can improve. We are always open to your feedback. That being said, it's been your host, MJ. We'll see you guys around next time. Peace out.